Now NCERT exercise for chapter 2, question number 2.8. Let's read the question. An antifreeze solution is prepared from 222.6 gram of ethylene glycol, C2H6O2 and 200 gram of water. Calculate the molality of the solution. If the density of the solution is 1.072 gram per ml, then what shall be the molarity of the solution? Very simple question. Antifreeze solution is prepared from 222.6 gram of ethylene glycol. Formula is already given in the question, otherwise you have to remember C2H6O2 and 200 gram of water. Okay, so first of all, and we want to find the molarity of the solution and the molality. So let's start. What is the formula for the molality? Molality is equal to W2 into 1000 upon M2 into W1. As I explained in the first question that in this chapter or for the solution of exercise question, 1 is for solvent and 2 is for solutes. Keep in mind, 1 is for solvent and 2 is for solute. So now W2 upon M2. What is W2? That is weight given of antifreeze solution, that is 222.6 thousand. M2 is equal to 62 and W1 is already given in the question, that is water 200 gram. Just make a calculation, you will get the molality is equal to 17.95. Now we want to find the molarity. Now there can be another method also to find the molarity, okay, but we will save our time. Okay, so we will remember the formula. So what is the formula? 1 upon molality is equal to density upon molarity minus molecular mass upon 1000. 1 upon molality we calculate, that is 17.95 is equal to 1.072, that is density is given in the question. Molarity that means molarity we want to find minus 62 upon 100, 62, that is molecular mass, and 1000. Let's again, 1 molality is equal to 17.95, density given in the question, molarity capital M, we want to find molecular mass is 62 and that is 1000. Now simple, you are expert for maths, you can solve it. Okay, we want to find molarity. What I have done, I have taken this term here, so it becomes 1.17.95 plus it is 0.062, it is 1000, so it is 0.062. Now take LCM and you can find molarity is equal to 9.16. okay, maths part you have to do yourself. Okay, now we have another method also, that is solute is the 222.6, it is 62. okay, so now M2 is 62, that is molecular mass of the ethylene glycol. Total solution is 222.6 plus 200 gram is a water. So total solution is 422.6 gram. We want to find the molarity according to our formula. What is the formula? Let's write down here, W into 1000 upon molecular mass into VML solution. So first of all, how the density is useful? Because total solution we got here in gram, but in our formula we required in ml. At that time density is useful. The 1.072 gram is equal to 1 ml. The 422.6 gram is equal to how much? So that is 394.2 ml. Now it's very easy, just put it into the molarity formula. Molarity is equal to 222.6 into 1000 upon 62 into 394.2. So W into 1000 upon molecular mass into VML solution. So molarity is equal to 9.10 molar. Both are nearest answers. Let's do question number 2.9. A sample of drinking water found to be severely contaminated with chloroform, supposed to be carcinogen. Now what is carcinogenic substance? Cancer causing substance, that is called carcinogens. The level of contamination was 15 parts per million by mass. What we want to find? Express this in percentage by mass and determine the molarity of the chloroform in the water sample. Now drinking water contaminated with the chloroform, and you know why water is contaminated, because it is chloroform, and you know what is the use of chloroform, and generally hydrocarbons are carcinogenic substance. It is hydrocarbon, chloroform. So let's start the question. Now first of all you should know what is ppm, that is parts per million. Now 1 million is equal to 10 raised to 6 parts. That means in question it is 15% ppm. That means 10 raised to 6 parts of the solution, 15 part or 15 gram is the chloroform. According to parts per million, that means 10 raised to 6. So in 10 raised to 6 parts of the solution or 10 raised to 6 gram of the solution, 15 gram is the chloroform. Now we want to find the percentage. See the question number, express this in percentage. So we want to find this amount in percentage. So 100 part solution is equal to how much? Because why we have taken 100? Because percentage is always calculated on 100. So 100 into 15 upon 10 raised to 6. So 15 into 10 power minus 4 percentage. So this is the percentage. Now see the question, determine the molality of the chloroform in the water. Now we want to find the molality. So molality is equal to W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1 weight of solvent. So this is in percentage and that we have to find in molality. So percentage is always calculated in 100 gram. So here instead of W1, that is the weight of the solvent, we will take 100 gram. Again this is the amount present in the water in percentage. Percentage is calculated in 100 gram and that we want to convert in molality. So instead of solvent we will put 100 gram. This is 1000. W2 is the weight of the chloroform solute, that we will put here, and M2 is the chloroform, molecular mass of the chloroform, that you can calculate. So we will get the answer, molality is equal to 1.25 into 10 power minus 4 molar. Got it? This you have to remember here. This is in percentage. Percentage is calculated in 100. So we will consider that there is a 100 gram solution that contains this much, 15 into 10 power minus 4 gram of chloroform. So it becomes the amount of solute that we will keep here. This is the solvent that we will keep here. 1000 is fixed and molecular mass is fixed. We will get the molality. Okay. Now question number 2.13. Now question number 2.13, the partial pressure of the ethane over a saturated solution contains 6.56 gram into 10 power minus 3 gram of ethane is 1 bar. If the solution contains 5 into 10 power minus 2 gram of ethane, then what shall be the partial pressure of the gas? So see, it's very simple question. Pressure is given 1 bar. W1 is given 6.56 into 10 power minus 3 gram and W2 is equal to 5.00 into 10 power minus 2 gram. Okay, so now in this question, see what we want to find. We want to find what shall be the partial pressure of the gas. Very simple question, see. Now see, W1, W2 here we have taken, that is not a solute and solvent. Read the question carefully. The partial pressure of the ethane over a saturated solution contain 6.56 into 10 power minus 3 gram of ethane is 1 bar. That means when we take 6.56 into 10 power minus 3 gram, then it is a 1 bar. So we want to find when we will take 5 into 10 power minus 2 gram, that is how much? Very simple maths, very simple question. 5 into 10 power minus 2 upon 6.56 into 10 power minus 3, that is 7.62 bar. Very simple question. We have two conditions. In one condition pressure is given and we want to find the pressure for the second condition. Okay. Now question number 2.15. An aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute exerts a pressure of 1.004 bar at the normal boiling point of the solvent. What is the molecular mass of the solute? Read question with me and pause the video and understand the question and then start solving this question. Question number 2.15. Now see what is in the question. That is aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute. 2% non-volatile solute is given. Okay, and exerts a pressure of 1.004 bar at the normal boiling point of the solvent. What is the molecular mass of the solid? Now see here one thing that is not given, that is a pure solvent is water. Pure solvent is water and it's P naught. That means vapor pressure of the pure solvent, that is 1.013 bar. That you have to remember, that is not given in the question. It depends on the examiner that he will give you or not. So remember, in pure solvent, that means P naught is equal to 1.013 bar, that is you have to remember it. Now pressure of the solution, that is P, given in the question, that is 1.004 bar. So now just see this formula. What is this? Yes, it is a Raoult's law. So up to this 2.13 we are having simple sums or conceptual questions of molarity in the sense that it is a concentration terms. Okay, now we will have the sums of Raoult's law for volatile, non-volatile and all that. So it is a Raoult's law, okay, or relative lowering of the vapor pressure. Relative lowering of the vapor pressure. So relative lowering of the vapor pressure is delta P upon P naught is equal to X2. Remember it? Yes. Okay. So that formula is here. So P naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent, that is given. P, vapor pressure of the solution, that is 1.004. P naught is equal to 1.013 bar. W2 is equal to 2. M1 is equal to 100. M2 molecular mass we want to find. See the question. What is the molecular mass of the solute? So we can, by this formula we can find the unknown molecular mass also. 2%, that is given. 2%, that is 2 gram. Okay. So see here, 2 gram is the solute. So when we will subtract 2 gram, that is 98 is solvent. Okay. So W2 upon M2 into M1, W1 into M1. So 2 gram is the solute, it is a molecular mass. Now solvent, that is 98, because 100 minus 2 is 98, and M1 is 100, sorry, M1 is 18, that is the molecular mass of the water. P naught. Now you can calculate easily, simple maths, you will get the answer. M2 is equal to 41.35. Pause the video and check your answer, calculate your answer. Now 2.16, heptane and octane from ideal solution. At 373 Kelvin temperature, the vapor pressure of two liquid components are 105.2 Kelvin Pascal and 46.8 Kelvin Pascal. Sorry, kilopascal. Again, the vapor pressure of the two liquids components are 105.2 kilopascal and 46.8 kilopascal respectively. What will be the vapor pressure of a mixture or 25 gram of heptane and 35 gram of octane? Now see, very simple question. Okay, I am not going to do whole question that you have to solve it, but I will explain whole method. Now we have two components, heptane and octane, PH and PO. H for heptane and O for octane. It is 105.2 kilopascal. Now kilo, that means 10 raised to 3, so we will convert into pascal by applying 10 raised to 3. 46.8 kilopascal, that is 46.8 into 10 raised to 3 pascal. Now weight of the heptane, that is given, that is 25 gram of heptane. Okay, 25 gram of heptane, and weight of the octane is given 35 gram. Now Just I will show you how to calculate the question. Now we want to find the total pressure. Total pressure is equal to PA plus PB. In the previous question, we applied the Raoult's law for non-volatile liquids. Here we are applying Raoult's law for the volatile liquids. So we are applying. Now how you can judge that it is a volatile or non-volatile? Here heptane and octane are given. Generally hydrocarbons are generally, not always, generally hydrocarbon liquids are volatile, not always. Okay, but mostly they will give like this. And in the previous question, see, it is written non-volatile. That's why we applied non-volatile, and here we will apply volatile Raoult's law. Now P total is equal to PA into XA plus PB into XB. Now PA and PB, that means now you consider H is for heptane and B for octane. So PA you will keep 105 into 10 raised to 3 Pascal. PB you will write 46 into 10 raised to 3 Pascal. Now what is XA and XB? XA and XB is equal to mole fraction of these two. So first of all you will find moles N1 and N2. You know the formula N1 and moles. What is the formula for moles? Yes, W upon M. You will find W upon M moles for heptane and moles for octane. Then we will find the mole fraction of XH, that is N1 upon N1 plus N2, and X octane, that means N2 upon N1 plus N2. So P total is equal to PA XA plus PB XB. Okay, so now calculate this answer and tell you your answer. Answer is 73.01 kilopascal. Okay, now